like a dice or something? We could all do who's going to go first?
A dice?
Or some way to do
we
rock,
can
paper, scissors? Or
No.
Does anybody want to go first?
I don't play rock, paper, scissors.
I'll go first. I get to draft the best player in fantasy if I get to go first.
All right. I guess Michael Peenix.
Number 1 overall. Name draft.
Overall.
Ladd McConkey, Michael Peenix. Those are the 1-2.
Okay. So, redraft of the 2024 rookies. You're going to start, Nate, and we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang.
bang, bang, bang,
Bang,
bang,
bang,
bang,
Bang, bang, bang.
Like, you mean like you want to do them like quick?
No, I was just saying bang,
Yeah.
bang, 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 because it sounded cool.
I like that bang, bang, bang.
And
How did you guys want to do like an actual?
Sounds like we're doing a rookie draft right now. We waited. We've been putting it off.
We waited until
We're starting the league
Well, that's
today.
one of those things. That just like if you draft like really early, that's why all my leagues we don't draft until right before the playoffs because you know what's happening. Like you know, if you draft early, you draft a Christian McCaffrey first overall in your redraft.
Yeah,
You wait until now, you're not drafting a Christian McCaffrey. It's all. Oh, I'm gonna get stupid in this redraft.
Oh, I already know.
I'm ready, baby.
Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
This is your forecast.
Whoa! Oh my god.
That's a big time one. We're gonna need like inverted lightning to go the other way. Have 2 lightning strikes somehow.
Thunder turned into pow. Pow! Right in the kisser.
That's what we're here for, man. We're here to give it to him.
What the heck? Okay.
First pick.
Okay, yeah, I already explained it. I'll just cut it up, I guess.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Jake explained it.
Perfect.
Next day, Jake's taking care of it,
Mm-hmm.
which means I'm on the clock with the 101 in this redraft of these rookies. And it's not a hard pick, man. It's Jayden Daniels. JD5, that kid. Give him to me. It's
Okay.
super flex. He's an absolute stud. He's going to finish as top 5 quarterback as a rookie.
He's absolutely. I think out of the quarterbacks, I think that's the best pick. And then the added on bonus that he's a commander.
Yeah, I mean it's easy for me. It's super easy for me.
Yeah, it would be a hard pick for me, but yeah. So 101. I guess that's the easy pick. It's just super flex. So you got. I think it's quarterback kind of got to.
I'm going with who I would have taken with the one anyway is Brock Bowers. Best tight end in the league. Started out best tight end in the league already. So, and
I like
we all
that.
hated the guy in the beginning because we were all. You didn't like him because he was for the Raiders. You didn't like him because he was bald.
Yeah, I mean, you look 45 years old as a 22-year-old, and I'm out on you.
Yeah.
Like it's,
You already know he's got back problems.
yeah, Benjamin Button disease is getting Bowers here real soon.
I mean, he's been scoring points though, man. He's
Absolutely.
top 5 in yards. So.
Oh yeah, I mean he's going to be tight end 1 as a rookie.
That's fair. The only problem I see is that tight end is such a finicky spot. I don't see it continuing. I don't know. I could be completely off base here, but I think it's going to be maybe a one and done type of year where this is probably his peak, and he's probably not going to get as close as he is this year.
Yeah, I mean that could be fair. It's not often tight ends finishing the top 5 in catches and yards. So.
Yeah.
I mean, that's totally fair.
I don't think we have. We have the Travis Kelce there. I think I don't know. There's something off about it. I don't like it.
It's the Raiders thing, isn't it?
It is. Well, you don't have any competition there. You don't have You have a quarterback thing where it's like I just need to find my Zach Ertz, my Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz connection. So you just keep throwing it to this guy. He's obviously good. He can do it, but I think the situation's really hitting well. And I just don't see it continuing. But I mean, dude, you could luck out with the 102 pick being Brock Bowers. I don't know.
I actually really like it just from kind of the same way we look at the super flex spot. You're trying to get that advantage over your other league mates.
Yeah.
And getting that in the onesie spot at tight end is huge too. So, I mean, if you give me the tight end 1, I'm in.
You're talking about points over average. He's definitely the best.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's smoking the rest of the tight ends, especially because none of them are. I mean, Bowers finally just had a bad week, so awful time to talk about it. But the consistency. Michael Mayer looked great. He hurdled the guy. We'll take anything we can get from Michael Mayer right now.
Did you see London try to hurdle a guy?
No, I didn't even see that. I'll have to see that.
It really wasn't that embarrassing. it looked okay, but at the same time, you're like, he's just trying to keep up with everybody else, and he just can't. He doesn't have it like that. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, I know I can't jump over.
Yeah, like that's just not in your bag. Don't pull that one out.
I think he could though. Like
that's what I'm
used to.
He probably could. But man, it just didn't happen on that one. Like that guy was prepared for the hurdle.
Poor guy.
Who's your pick?
1 of 3. This is actually a really tough spot now that I think about it, because I think Jayden Daniels was the obvious pick. I think for Superflex, I feel like you still got to go quarterback. The only thing is,
which quarterback?
Which quarterback? Yeah.
You could go receiver too.
Yeah, I mean all the receivers.
That's where I wanted to go, but I just feel like Superflex is just with a 12-man league. The quarterback's so much more valuable.
I don't even know what quarterback to go with right now.
That's the hard part.
I think picking the second quarterback is way harder than picking the first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I'm actually going to go off base and go Malik Nabers.
Okay.
I think he's clearly good, and where the other quarterbacks you're kind of like, I don't know. So maybe I can get him with the 6th pick, but yeah, I just feel like you might even be able to like trade him if you really need a quarterback. You might be able to get a quarterback and maybe another whatever. But he's clearly good, and yeah, even though I've said in the past that I didn't think he was going to be good, but
I totally agree with you.
The Giants thing.
That he's probably the right pick there. I was hoping that you were going to take a quarterback and give me the easier selection. But my reasoning is kind of a little different. It's not so much just how good of a player he is, it's the insulation of his value and his name. People love Malik Nabers. They are obsessed with this guy. Like the dynasty landscape is just so different with him right now because he's not putting up ridiculous numbers like other rookies we've seen in the last few years, but he still has that same Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson like value level as a rookie.
Yeah.
So I just think he's so insulated value-wise because people are saying, have you watched the Giants this year? Like, what's he supposed to do, Well, and we've seen him splash. Like, he's obviously a super elite
That's what I was going to say at the beginning part of the season before, he got injured. He was killing, man. He was the top 5 wide receiver in fantasy football. For a rookie, I feel like that's really good. Yeah, and obviously we've seen him play. He's good.
No, he's a stud for sure.
Yeah.
But that makes my job at 104 super difficult.
Yes, sir.
So my thoughts are between, Bo Nix is the first thing that I want to do. It's like, it feels like the right pick.
Mm-hmm.
But the take lock of Caleb Williams being like, the Messiah, he was the 101, like all these things, is still in my head. Like I still feel that. Like I took Caleb in drafts higher than this. So it makes it hard.
Some wise man back in the day said, don't let your eyes deceive you.
Yeah.
I don't know who said that.
But the problem is I don't know which one's deceiving me. Bo Nix could be deceiving me too.
True.
Give me Bo Nix, man. I'll take Bo Nix here.
That's so true, though.
And I'm not super confident in it. That could have been him or Caleb for me.
But you
I haven't even talked about one.
You sell Bo Nix high, and you got a good wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, he's hot right now. I would probably be in the offseason, at least fielding interest and seeing what people are willing to throw my way. But I also think, just based on the quarterback class coming in, I think you can't pass on Bo Nix right here.
Yeah.
Just because he's going to be much better than, in my opinion, what we have coming in as rookies.
Yeah.
So you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You definitely did the best as far as the numbers go, analytics and everything. Bo Nix should be the pick for sure.
Yeah,
he's putting up way better numbers. Like that means a lot more than being the number 1 pick.
I agree.
Yeah.
So we talked about it before. Bo Nix, maybe it's the eye test that people just there's a lot of people still that aren't sold on him yet.
Yeah, for sure. And I think part of it is
yeah, it could be. Yeah, I was going to say that as my last, but I didn't want to go there. But I'm glad you did.
I'm glad you did. I didn't have to.
Probably that then.
So what do the analytics say for 105?
Well, the analytics would probably go with Williams, but I'm going with May.
Okay.
They're both,
I don't mind
both of these guys are like not really doing great, but they're not doing bad. They're doing okay. But I'm I'm a big guy with the vibes, man. I don't like Caleb Williams. Yeah,
I feel
do
that.
not like Caleb Williams. He looks like he's from California.
I'm gonna be honest.
Jake's
not taking him. Jake is not drafting him. There's no way Jake takes Caleb at the 1-6.
He could have gone 111. He could have gone 111. I fully believe that.
He probably won't go 108 past 108.
I don't mind taking Drake Maye here. I really do think that people could provide enough reasoning to put the rookie quarterbacks that have all played in almost anywhere.
Yeah.
Really, I'm sure you could find the right data sets that point, the arrow in the direction that you want it to lean. But yeah, I mean, Drake Maye has actually impressed my eye test for sure. Like, he's past that, at least for me.
I think we all know he's on a shitty offense.
Yeah.
I think a shitty team, like, not well coached.
Terribly coached.
Yeah, so
I'll give you full credit for that one because I didn't think Mayo was going to be that bad. And you came right out the day he was hired and he was like, this is the worst hire that the NFL has seen.
I will say it was mainly just because of what he said about that stupid press conference. It was for the first thing saying, yeah, we need more black people. Like, what? You're a coach for football, bro. Don't talk the round ball.
Talking about wins.
Talk about the round ball, not about the color of it, you idiot.
Him and Antonio Pierce were in a real battle for dumbest coach, man. Antonio Pierce is like, yeah, I mean, we're the worst team, but we're going to play against the best team and give it our best shot. Like, you just call your team the worst team. You're coaching them. Like, who's to blame?
Yeah, exactly. Badly coached team, but May does have some flashes. He shows flashes of some cool stuff. And
he's got the legs, too. I think that's kind of the theme.
I wasn't going to talk about the dude's physical features or anything like that.
Well, I meant more so like he can use his legs, to be advantageous for you for fantasy football. That's the nice thing about this draft class is all these guys have the ability to use their legs so far. Jayden, Bo Nix, and Drake Maye, all very mobile. So,
and Michael Peenix is also mobile.
He's a little bit mobile. So he's got that slinging left arm though, man. I like to see him stay in the pocket and just take care of business.
Oh yeah, I like to. Yeah, I would like any quarterback to do that, but not everybody can.
So I'm glad that you made this really easy for me.
Go ahead.
Because 106 is easily Jonathan Brooks, right? Fuck no.
Yeah, he's not going to be in the first.
Caleb Williams, for me, I wanted to actually go 1-3 with him because over Bo Nix.
Yeah.
But because the quarterback thing, Malik Nabers is clearly a better player, so obviously I think Nabers belongs there. But I like Williams over Nix. Because I think in the future it's going to pan out more for Williams. I think he has the talent, the abilities, and like everything to be good once he gets a good coach, once he gets a good system.
I agree with that. We have seen not nearly as much consistency with Caleb as some of the other rookies. But my gosh, the flashes that we've seen, the fourth quarter comebacks that we've seen, like 3 of the last 4 weeks. Oh, dude. Yeah. Like, absolute stud. The guy has ice in his veins. Mm-hmm. He loves balling out. Yeah. Like, you can see, like, when they're rolling, he's feeling good.
Whenever I'm going to see Bo Nix and Caleb Williams have the same amount of points, I'm going to be like, hey, Caleb made it look way better, though. In the game.
Dude, he's made some dumb throws this year. He really has. He has all the arm talent in the world. Hopefully they get a better coach in there. I am rooting for
But it does show something about Bo Nix because he is doing it without a lot of help.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of help there. I mean, if you look at that situation in Denver compared to Chicago coming into the draft, it was, this is the best landing spot a rookie quarterback has ever had. Yeah. Like, ever. And Denver was like a situation where I was like, I'm not on Sean Payton, I'm not on Courtland Sutton, I don't like Julian McLaughlin or Javonte Williams. Like, I hated everything about that situation. Yeah. And now, Bo Nix has made them all good. So, the 107, man, I'm between 3 guys here. I think one of them
between 3 guys?
I am. And I have some bias here, okay? Because, like, Marv is the obvious one, right? Like, Marv feels like the easy answer.
Yeah, it does feel like that.
But in my heart and soul, I'm a Brian Thomas guy, okay?
Yeah, that's...
Like, to my core, I'm a Brian Thomas guy. And there's one other guy who's kind of sneaking in here right now for me.
Sneaking in there.
And it's Michael Peenix. And it's because...
Michael Peenix?
And just hear me out. I know we haven't got to see him much. But I loved him in college at Washington. I thought he looked great. I questioned the decision by Atlanta for drafting him. But it's starting to seem to me like I should have been questioning the contract they gave Kirk Cousins.
4 years, 200.
The way Kirk has played the last month has been so atrocious that I think there's a real shot we have Michael Peenix starting next year. And maybe even a couple games at the end of this year just to see what's going on so the Falcons can make a choice. And just like you said with Chicago about like that situation improving, Atlanta is an awesome offense to step into right now. I mean, you got Bijan and Algier out of the backfield. You get Kyle Pitts, who is a bum, but he's a serviceable tight end. I think at the NFL level.
I think we've already gone past that though, where the Bears were a great opportunity to go into.
That's true.
Obviously, the offense isn't there.
Yeah, for sure.
The scheme, whatever.
But I just mean we've at least seen the Atlanta offense click and what it can look like when it does click. We saw Kirk throw 5 touchdowns. Bijan's going to finish as a top 5 RB. Mm-hmm. London's probably top 12-ish. Mooney was top 12-ish for a large part of the year.
I think he's above London right now.
He probably is.
He might not be with the touchdown.
Like they're pretty close.
Pretty close.
So I think it's a good situation for Peenix. But all that's to say that it's going to be Marv. I'm going to take Marvin Harrison here. It's kind of the same thing I said about Malik Nabers. The name is it's literally a Hall of Fame name.
Yeah.
There's no getting around it. If his name wasn't Marvin Harrison, I don't think I'd take him here.
Yeah.
Like 100% truthfully, I think that Brian Thomas is a better wide receiver right now.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take the insulated value because, T-Law just got his brain scrambled. Brian Thomas has 3 bad games to end the year. Okay. Yeah. Like the fantasy market now has him as wide receiver 25. He'll never be better than, T. Higgins. But Marvin Harrison could have 5 bad games in the year, and it's him and Kyler just aren't clicking. They're going to get it figured out. Yeah. Like, it's just it feels safer.
Yeah, it definitely feels safer. The only thing with Brian Thomas is the fact that he's already beat all the other players on that team to be the number 1. And,
yeah, they're not total bums. I mean, as much as we shit on guys like Gabe Davis and Christian Kirk, they're quality NFL players. Yeah. They really are, especially Kirk. I mean,
they've been in the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this dude just came in and said, "No,
my ball."
What do we got? 108.
You already said my guy Peenix.
Peenix?
I don't want to go too much more into what he said, but
are you for real?
Yeah. Basically, he's the only guy on this list that 100% is going to gain value at some point. You're good.
Yeah,
at one point, if you want to trade him, he will be worth more.
That's wild.
I 100% agree with that.
Whether it's this year, it might be this year, 2015, 25, might be 26, whatever. That's some.
Michael Peenix.
Dude. So I guess you got to go with Brian Thomas then. Pretty simple.
Wow.
There's another name out there that I would kind of forgot about.
That's what it surprises me. You would go Peenix over him, but you already know how much I love the Vikings offense and their scheme.
Oh, okay.
I'd probably go JJ McCarthey because again, this is redraft this is not redraft. This is dynasty. This is future ball right here.
Yeah.
This dude's gonna be good. This dude and Peenix, I don't know. The scheme, I don't know how it's going to be. I think Sam Darnold goes away after this year, and McCarthy takes over. They already have so much into him. I feel like it's...
Everything I said about Michael Peenix, I think also applies to JJ McCarthy. Where it's... Okay, quarterback spot is 100%, in my opinion, going to open up. I don't see a way that they're going to pay Darnold what he's going to command on the open market with having just paid a first-round pick in JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be his team next year. Maybe they keep Daniel Jones on board and it's, figure it out through training camp thing while he still recovers. I was hoping he got to me at 110 since I knew Chad I had a good feeling that he was going to go with Peenix there. So I wanted to have another quarterback option.
I don't have any faith in Peenix. I don't know why. It's a gut thing, and I can't explain it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Well, this is what I'll say. The same thing about Peenix and McCarthy is these are 2 guys that are going to gain value because they're going to be right now. It's they're hurt or whatever, or they're not playing. Whenever they actually go to play, just like Jordan Love, you could get when he first came in the league, he was going in the second.
Yeah.
And then when he earned the starting, then he was you were able to get like a first round. So
yeah, I mean, if you held him all this time, Jordan Love.
Well, this one you
2
had to
firsts
draft him
and
in
another
first.
nice player.
You had to draft him in first.
the end of the first, but you could probably sell them and get. They're going to be worth early first.
Oh, okay, so you just trade.
I think if you had Michael Peenix right now, like if you got to take him at the 108, I think you can get him you could probably get the 103 or 4 in this class if he's the starter by like the time the offseason, like the drafts roll around.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I think it's safe. It's not shooting for the stars or anything. I just think it's very safe value increase. That's like
especially if you don't have faith in anybody else that is being picked. Might as well just take somebody that when they you could trade him again later for a little bit more.
Tough.
Okay.
tough. Well, the 110 is really tough for me because obviously Brian Thomas is here, and I was talking about how much of a Brian Thomas guy I am. My God, I'm also a Ladd McConkey guy, man. Oh my God, I'm a Ladd McConkey guy.
Yeah.
And he's paired with Herbert. Oh, I'm taking Brian Thomas here, despite how much I love Ladd McConkey. I do not think he is a prototypical number 1 receiver in the NFL. I think
McConkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think he is. He is an awesome player. I think he could give you probably in the next 10 years, you could get 2 or 3 top 10 finishes out of him. Like I really feel like he's that quality of a player.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see it being a consistent role where, good defenses are able to scheme slot guys out that aren't Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson level.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready to call him that yet.
Right.
So, a big-bodied X receiver with 4.3 speed, I can't pass on Brian Thomas. I just can't do it.
Yeah, that's fair. No, Brian Thomas, I think, has shown more of an upside than Ladd McConkey.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people would agree with that. So 111.
I'm going Ladd McConkey.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's 11 really good picks, and then the 12th one makes it a little difficult.
Yes,
So you love Ladd?
You didn't have
Yeah, I like
anybody
Ladd.
else?
I like Ladd.
You didn't have nobody else.
There's one guy here. There's another first-round wide receiver. There's a couple first-round wide receivers on the board. 3 of them, I think, are still left.
See, I just had them in my head, and I was like, I already know who you.
What about the Bills? Bills guy, Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman's there. Romo Doomsday was a fucking a top 10 pick.
Sucks.
Dude,
Still
he's
there.
He's not bad.
I don't think he's bad.
He's definitely not a bad player.
Sucks.
It does get tougher though. Are you considering a guy like Bucky Irving here?
Yes,
Bucky Irving.
Almost.
Hey, there's a good one for you.
Almost.
What about my guy Ben Sennett?
Oh yeah. maybe a Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah.
Oh, white boy Rick, man, letting me down.
Yeah, dude.
He's been doing real bad.
Real bad. Can't even catch any passes right now.
Nah, dude, he's blanked like 4 straight weeks.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. He should be better.
So you going with Coleman then?
Tyrone Tracy's there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm selling.
Leggett though.
I'm trading it.
What about Leggett? He's been doing
Trade.
I'm trading it. I'm trading it for a next year first with Nate.
Not doing it. I'd be in the same boat as you, man.
All right.
I think that's the best advice we could give. By the way, is trade your late first for a future first.
Yeah.
If you know you have the 112 and somebody's itching to draft somebody, just try to get their first next year. You're putting it off, but I mean, just what are the chances, first of all, that pick doesn't improve? Just on a basic level, you have a 1 in 12 chance of that pick being that bad again.
Yeah. Yeah,
It should be Irving, right?
Yeah, I think Irving, probably. I think the running back value, because there wasn't many this year, and the fact that he's getting so many points while still splitting carries. I think the
Bucs are a damn good offense.
Yeah.
They got some playmakers out there.
That's
and
really tough.
even when their playmakers are getting hurt, they're finding new ones. Like Bucky Irving just popping up. It's like, hey, guess what? I'm the best running back on the team. Yeah, Kate Otten. Like they're making it work no matter who's out there. So
yeah, it probably is just their line being good.
Yeah,
I think that helps. But
yeah, quarterback's good.
Love that Baker guy.
Quarterback's decent.
So Bucky's the pick.
I've seen him chug a beer before.
The Guardians game?
No, the Indians game.
Oh yeah?
Did you ever saw that video? He breaks it open with his teeth.
Who did this?
Baker.
Oh.
They put him on the big screen at
awesome.
the Indians game, And he's like, yeah, and he just chugs a beer.
Actually, he didn't even have a beer. Some guy sitting right in front of him tossed him. He's like, I don't have a beer, let me have one.
That's the most favorite thing ever.
Yeah, he partied like when he was in
college. Baker was a party animal.
Absolutely.
Sure. He gets down.
So
112, that really tests like my morals and how I like if I'm willing to stand on what I talk about, which is like I'm not drafting a running back without high draft capital that early. But man, like it feels bad taking Rome Odunze in there, right?
Yeah.
I think Odunze would be my pick.
Like Leggett?
Not taking Leggett.
Yeah, that's just like players with any type of value. I'm thinking, but like
Bucky Irving's the guy though for sure right there because he's doing the best.
Yeah.
He should probably be drafted higher for real.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, like. We took McCarthy and Peenix, who aren't even playing football, over a guy who, over the last 3 weeks, is averaging 25 points per game. Like
I didn't even think about Bucky Irving, but I probably would have thought of taking him with Peenix on his stakes. Yeah, I would have taken him there if I didn't know about it.
I would even say that the vast majority of the dynasty community would probably have taken Brian Thomas and Ladd McConkey over Peenix and McCarthy.
Yeah.
It's just like knowing what you have.
But that's why they suck.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why they don't have a podcast.
We're better.
You know?
True.
This is your forecast.
I think
we're giving it to you.
I have a podcast is because Jacob has a computer with a little round circle.
Well, I mean.